Hello and welcome to a new series of Supreme Ruler that I'm going to be playing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play something a bit more modern this time. I'm going to play 2030 Shattered World. And I think I'm going to play as Paris, so put us in the middle of Europe. Say it's playing sort of the, America, because lots of people play America. Something a bit different. So I'm going to leave victory complete. Volatility is high, very high. Leave these other settings as they are. I'm gonna turn nuclear weapon penalties to low. We'll let unit trades. Yeah, we will just let that like that. Leave that like that. I'm gonna turn off the loyalty penalties since there's so many different factions in this. I'm gonna leave the merchant marine system on. And I think with that, we're just gonna get started. So, first things first, we're gonna set up all our parameters. So we're gonna just lock all these out. I'm gonna turn these off for a minute. We'll lock out the research. We want to increase our research spending. We want to kind of get some decent vehicles on research. Some of these are obviously going to take a bit of time to get researched. And we probably could do with some helicopters, but we'll go for these ones we can research. And transports would also be very useful. And we will see what ships we are. Might not be too bad ship-wise. We'll put a load of missiles onto research as well, non-nuclear ones. Where we could put some of these on there, possibly. Yeah, it's probably worth putting those on. Silo launch maybe as well. And then we're going to lock the area to the military and out of production. Lock them out of control of the units. And then I'm just going to set that to the middle. Set our infrastructure slightly higher. And then we'll see what the taxes do when I just do this. Now we're probably going to have to set our taxes a bit higher for the start. Now this will make sense because we need to build up our military. Because the first thing we probably need to do is take on the south of France, reunite France. Although I'm thinking maybe do I take Belgium, Luxembourg and the Netherlands, bump our population up a bit, and then go after this. Maybe that might be a better strategy. So I'm going to just lock out that. And we'll just turn these down a little bit. Just to force some exports. And we're just going to have to see what we're weak in a little bit. Definitely short of fuel. So we're going to have to do something about that. Same with the coal. We're gonna, you notice I'll still drop domestic prices, just so it increases demand a little bit, which will help our economy out. Sure, on uranium. Well, consumer goods we're not doing too bad. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll have a look at what resources we got. Yeah, don't have a lot of oil and gas production.
And it's probably worth also building supply depots, just to pump supply across the board. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, build up there, we'll just cancel that. And we're short on ore and uranium, so we'll get some uranium plants built, which will be quite useful. And we were short on ore. Yeah, we got some. Don't want to overbuild too much too early. Probably coal as well. Get some of those built, which we got very limited. Oh, luckily we've got this bit here. Rubber and agriculture. So we'll only have synthetic rubber, being we're in Europe. We'll get a load of agriculture here as well. They probably won't make much money on that. Probably worth adding some industrial goods plants as well, but we won't go too crazy with those. Just one of them and a military goods plant. Okay, so I'm probably also going to just start by just mobilising all our garrisons just in case, and then we want to start the time and see how bad we're going to end up being. And we want to also, while we're waiting for time, just get all our units sent to one location. Get all our land fabs, send them to this place here. Okay, so probably, yeah, a little bit short of money here. What we're going to do is get some weapons. Yeah, it might be worth having a slow tick over some nuclear weapons just in case. But then in general, just get some actual missiles built. And let's see what ships we can build. Probably worth building some submarines like so. And some surface ships. We won't worry too much about any carriers for now, since I think we already start with, yeah, we start with a few amphibious ships, so we won't bother with those. Build a couple of Frams as well. And then we'll just build some Rafales.
we'll get some helicopters built as well. Probably going to need some recon units, so some Sphinxes. Probably not too worried about that. And then Caravan's really going for it. Get some artillery on the go. Might need some of these. Might be handy. So we'll just get a load of these on the build. Air defense is actually going to be quite useful. Don't really have any long range as such. And maybe that's the thing we should look at, is see if we got some. That's really what we need. Of course, we can research that straight away as well. So how much are we short? 283 million a day. Okay. But we'll start researching these. So we're also short of manpower at the moment, but that's because we activated all our garrisons, which is fine. Then we need to think about what we want to build military-wise. So probably worth building at least another naval fab. I'd probably also say a couple of air fabs. That have to be a new start, so we'll put one there. And then we'll also get some new land fabrications, which will again have to be in new locations. Okay. So, probably worth starting trading with people. Anyone that really likes us. They definitely don't like us. We've of course got this issue here where we have to defend Bordeaux. So we might have to deploy some light forces there. Madrid quite likes us. Might be worth seeing if we can get a... Yeah, we could probably get some treaties with them. Might even be able to tag them in for... Not for an alliance. Don't like us that much, but then again, they got high war justification against us. And I think it might be worth having a look at some of the text that might be useful on here, but we have very limited research capability, so I might also queue up a few of those. They'll take a while to build, but then also probably worth building some radar stations, just so we can see roughly what's going on. Around our borders. Like so. I think that's probably the best thing to do. So we got that there. Might be worth putting one a bit further down here. Could also combine this with fixed air defense sites as well if we wanted to. But yeah, we have basically no money, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so we're short on that. Probably overbuilt a little bit there, I think. All we'll do is we'll save a bit of money by doing this. and hopefully we'll get some of the just base units placed down, which will then cut our build cost, which should hopefully get the economy going again. So, what are my aims going to be early on in the game? So, realistically, we're kind of penned in here. America is really too far, but they are all split up. Because this is the Shattered World start, so big countries are all split up. So you can see Germany split into 3 parts, France split into 2 parts, Spain's into 2 parts, Italy's into 4 parts. So I think what we should do is try to take sort of the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg. They'd be, I think, fairly easy countries for us to take, even though we're only half of France. And then actually reuniting France itself. Then it's really a question of, I think, not going east straight away. Maybe take Switzerland, maybe. But we're either going to go take Iberia, might be one idea. To sort of clear out Catalonia, Madrid, Portugal, Gibraltar, Dara. And then we'll have all this with nothing really to our back here. Or do we go north first? Sort of push across the English Channel, take England, Wales, North England, Scotland, and Ireland. Again, we'd have nothing to it with our back to us. And then, of course, we can either push north, well, through the middle at the north, through West Germany, or we could push into Italy, clear that out, then maybe have Germany surrounded, and then push north. But something to think about probably in a few episodes. I think it's probably going to take us a little bit just to get to that point. Like I say, we want to take these, really, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands. But, yeah. Okay, so we're kind of trying to get the economy going again. Hopefully. Yeah, we're still a bit behind on construction. But I think once some of these have started building, finished building, it should. So that costs quite a bit. But again, let's go see if we can find any other. So maybe we could see their research progress. Okay, we're going to have to trade something. I haven't really got anything to trade though, other than some text maybe. Which we can't trade because we need our research progress. Yeah, so it's going to have to be commodities. Okay, so don't really have any military goods. That's the well, I'm actually not going to auto buy any. That'll slow down our military builds, but it will save us some money, which might be enough just to get the economy going again. But like I said, I did overbuild a little bit too much, but we are still researching, so I'm still fine. I might just cut that back to normal research efficiency. Again, that will save us another 60 million. Yeah, which means we're not really too short of money now. Yeah, we can't really buy anything here. We'll just go straight into debt. I don't really want to be doing that. And yeah, we have a national debt, which is quite significant, and it's probably going to cost us a lot in. Yeah, 372 million per day in interest payments is what we're having to pay with our current credit score. Okay, gotta lock that barrack off. Oh, we made a positive treasury there, which again makes sense because we've not got any military goods, so we're probably so that's obviously ruling out our unit production. No uranium, annoyingly. Evidently, there's none on them. I mean, it says market availability is great, but we're still not being able to buy any. So that would also help our economy out a load because we'd be able to at least make stuff to excel because the consumer goods price is quite high. That's what we want to target, is where there's this decent margin here. it'd be quite good. Whereas that's obviously against us. We're not going to really export any of those. Electric power again. If we could buy the uranium, it'd be quite good to export. Yeah, to be fair, most of these oil's a bit marginal. Timber is quite good. Rubber is okay. Agri is actually better than I expected. I expected not to be able to export it particularly well. So there's at least that going for us. Oh yeah, these are going to be building as well, although probably not very quick because of the shortage of military goods. Yeah, so what I might just do is just speed the game up a bit. Hopefully get some of this built. We'll just keep an eye. Geez, yeah. I mean, there are going to be a lot more wars in this scenario because it is Shattered World. It is on very high volatility, so all the relations are sharpened a lot. So, yeah, they don't like Rome's okay. Some Germany's okay. Some Germany, West Germany is. Maybe we could get some. See, they don't hate us a mega amount. Okay, I haven't really got anything to trade. That's any catch at the moment. Maybe I could trade some of these. Maybe we can see what their research progress. Maybe we don't need to buy anything quite yet. Oh, they like us enough as well. Then we could probably trade for some techs. Belgium doesn't really like us. The Netherlands is alright. Luxembourg is alright. So maybe the one thing we've kind of got to do is defend against here. And then a few of the borders along the river and this open flank here. But I think once we get going, it'll be fine. Might end up selling some of our starting units once we've got a bit more cash. They come in weird sizes, although we could just use them for now, I suppose. Yeah, they're definitely going to need supplementing. Got some Rafales at least. It's not too bad. We got the helicopters as well. Got some submarines. Get some ballistic missile subs, which is also good. Carrier 3 Mistral classes. Only one landing craft, but like I say, a landing craft isn't going to be so much of a use in this early phase. It's going to be more so if we attack Africa. Certainly when we go over to the other continents. So let's see what's going on here. Yemen's fighting its own war. Sudan's at war with the Rapid Support Forces still in this. No, it said China was at war with somebody. North Korea's at war with West India. Punjab. It was Punjab who's at war with China. Yep, northern China. Which is basically over here. So. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're short of cash, which is why we can't really buy a lot. Then we just bought a load of resources, but not the uranium. It could freeze. Maybe I should freeze the construction. Perhaps it might be a wise idea, but we'll just keep going. It's quite an early game, so I'm not too worried. Building up our manpower as well, which is what we really need to do. And once we've got some of these agriculture places built, that'll also help us out. Okay, so we're losing money here. So we need to find something but a little bit. Could just, we'll raise taxes a little bit. It's not a great idea, but it is what it is. Just to get our economy going again. Oh, that wasn't enough. Okay, we'll have to cut something. So we'll just do some Temporary cuts to these. Just enough to get the economy going again. So we got supply depots are built, but obviously we've got no manpower, so they're not going to be much use. That's fine. It's coming off our construction bill. That's what we want, so we can start buying resources back in, get the economy going again. Some of these other places should be finished at some point soon as well. The oil and gas fields are kind of what we need. Okay, we've got a big sort of reserve, but we want to obviously not use all of that. Yeah, these aren't too far off either. Yeah. Okay. We haven't got a lot to trade, but I'm going to explain why I don't set these to 100%. So I find it quite useful to basically build up buffers. So if I'm exporting 96% of this, I'm going to make 96% of the money I can make. But I keep 4% of it. I can use that instead of sending money. If I've got basically hardly any money, I can send commodities and use that as trade barter. So like, if I wanted this tech, what we're going to do is see if this is enough. So we'll trade a bit of agri, but we'll get a tech in account. But then that saves my money, which I can then obviously spend on either military production, or in our case, we've got hardly any money. We're spending on so much construction. It's far better that we spend it on tech. Saves us having to research all these technologies. So yeah, I think this is the thing we need to do, is sort of use our product reserves as trade bartering. Now, I thought we were making a bit of money, but obviously apparently we're not. But I wonder if this is still some of the early constructions starting to be placed down. Yeah, it may be like some of these. But then again, work might not have started on some of these anyway. So, yeah, and then we'll just start trading some of these away. Because we haven't really got a lot that we can exchange. Because we're not really producing a surplus of many things, which we kind of need to do to start trading. So like, there we go, got the agriculture got us back into positive. I think when some of these facilities will be done, that'll also help. Like I say, ideally we need those to get built. those military productions aren't going to get built at all, as we have no military goods production. I was kind of hoping we'd buy some uranium, because that would also help us with all these other industries, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see what else. Some Germany. We haven't really got much to trade them. What I'm gonna do is offer up something and see what we can get. So some of the air defenses might be of interest. Okay, maybe we don't have enough money for this. Yeah, we can't really afford to buy any stuff like that. No, I don't think our missiles fit. We're not really interested in vehicles like that. Yeah. Of course, might be interested. No, well, it might not. Might only be able to buy some technology. But of course, this technology is quite expensive. So maybe we won't get away buying too much of it. Yeah. And our research keeps going at least, so that's good. Hoping some of these are built soon. Still 23 days off. There's still 16 days. Okay. And Egypt's really going for it. How many countries is Egypt at war with? 9 already, apparently. And it isn't even in Israel yet. So, hey, well, we like that, but we ain't got enough money, so I ain't gonna get into any trade deals where we have to sort of provide anything other than really agriculture. Because everything else we just don't produce while we're short of goods. So yeah, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll reduce the amount of things on construction a little bit. How many battle zones have we got? Yeah, they're all sitting in one battle zone almost. Okay, that's going to be making it a bit awkward. Oh, there's still Paris. He's in a different battle zone. Yes, what I might just do is pause the construction of all these. That should reduce the amount of money we need. For a build that might help us sort of like get the economy going again, as we'll be spending less per day, but we'll make enough to cover it. Only making 73 million. Maybe what I'll just do is I'll just pause all construction for now. Let's get a bit of money, get the economy going. Okay, Egypt's just going for it. Just go for it, Egypt. You can do it. They're through, going all the way around Libya at the moment. They took on Sudan. Yeah. So they're kind of like boxed in there, but okay. You go. You do whatever you want to do, Egypt. I'm going to see now. I've paused construction. Hopefully, it'll just start buying up resources. We'll free up some money to do that. And hopefully, I'll just start getting our economy going. Yeah, there we go. Starting to buy uranium. And just get our economy going again, and maybe just start adding a little bit at a time to construction, just so we're keeping in the positive. Like I said, I think I just overbuilt a little bit, which is fine. Changed my mind on building so much. Yeah, it's going to cost us a bit because we're buying all the resources in, but now our manufacturing is starting to kick off again. Yeah, which will definitely help us with funds. So what I'm going to do is start getting some stuff back on the go. Stuff that could be fairly cheaply and quickly built. Just clear some of the backlog that way. So we don't want to spend too much money. Yeah, you can see consumer goods. Where are we importing consumers? Oh, okay, it's because we... Yeah, I forgot I missed that. That's on me. 100% on me. Prices have gone up quite a bit. So hopefully that'll sort itself out, and then we'll see where we are with the money. And what we can do with increasing stuff. And then we'll get some uranium mines on the go. We'll get these cleared off the list even though we can't activate them. Okay, yeah, we don't want to add anything else into the list for now. Yeah, starting to eat into our unit production. And our GDP is starting to grow again. Yeah, we had minus inflation. That's because we tanked the economy pretty much like an idiot. But at least we've got some military good stock now. So we'll start building a load of new units. Yeah, so at least we're building units again now. Yeah, I won't add anything else to the production list. We want to get some units built while we're doing this. Some of those on the build. Okay, Mexico's going to get its revenge on America. Well, the shattered remains of America anyway. Yeah, I'll let a few of these get built. That'll start A, increasing our output, but B, decreasing our sort of build budget. Again, yeah, we need to get some ore mines built. So that's probably the next thing on the list we should probably start building. Actually, we'll get some of these on the go. Even if it eats into the unit production bill. Yeah, it'd be worth it. That'll get built soon as well. Then we could probably start lowering taxes after that. And increasing domestic spending. Drive the economy a bit more naturally. Yeah, that's almost done. And then we'll keep that one going as well. That should hopefully get us not far off being balanced. And there is a little bit of an export advantage here. We'll just have to see how that keeps going throughout the game. Like the price is quite volatile still. Oof. Okay, apparently somebody stole our tech. So, proof the AI can apparently steal your tech, as well as the player being able to steal your tech, which most people seem to not believe is a thing. But there you go, you've seen it right there. Someone stole my tech, don't know who. Probably should invade them, but not sure who they are. Could be literally anybody. And because these are long builds, we'll go. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up that for this episode, since we got our economy started. And I'll pick this up in the next episode. Hopefully we'll have a bit more done. But I'm hoping people are interested in this new series. If you are, leave a comment and leave a like. And as always, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.